Hello everyone, in this episode we'll be reviewing Die My Love, Nuremberg, The Running Man, and Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
We're also going to be covering movie news, discussing appearance versus reality in films, and a very cool and fun Did We Know?
I like my bacon extra crispy.
Hello everybody.
Hello everyone.
And welcome to a new episode of the A-List Admission.
And if it's your first time here, my name's Cheyenne.
My name's Ricardo.
And we just like to review movies as a couple of nerds.
Yeah, essentially we review the newest releases that come out, just so that way when you go to the theater, you know what to watch instead of wasting your time trying to fiddle out, well, fuck, is this movie good, bad, whatever.
And it gives us a good excuse to go to the movies more.
I will say this week we are pushing one movie to next week, just because, one, we ran out of time this week, birthdays and such, but also just to fill up next week, because we already have 4 movies for this episode, and it's Keeper. Right? It's Keeper, not The Keeper, right? It's just Keeper.
Just Keeper. There's actually a movie called The Keeper, and it's an army documentary.
Which is, I didn't know it was an army documentary.
Or an army movie.
I knew there was a movie called The Keeper. I just didn't want to fuck it up. But yeah, so we have 4 movies to discuss, also catching up from last week, but reviewing, I think, the 2 way more popular movies for this week. But yeah, and then we'll have 4 movies next week to talk about as well.
Okay, so I guess we'll get into the personal news. It's just really quick, more for me. Ages ago, so in March, I had briefly mentioned that my dad went through like a health scare and we had to postpone or push one of our episodes to be with him. Long story short, he is a lot healthier. He did suffer heart failure, and I know he'd be fine with me mentioning this because it brings good awareness to it as well. But his heart percentage did drop to about 16%, I believe it was.
I think it was a range. I think it was
11 to 16.
Yeah, 10 to 16.
Something like that, yeah. And about a week ago, his newest percentage is about 45%.
Which is really
Which is
good.
amazing. So he's doing the best he can. He's lost weight that he needed to, and his diet's better. So overall, he's doing a lot better, and he is still here and alive, and that's what counts.
Yeah, and I mean, it's tough because, like, with heart failure, there's never really a for sure chance of recovery with the ejection factor, which is that, like, 60% or that 40%, whatever. But, I mean, he's doing very well. We're really happy. I mean, there's always still more that he can do to recover, and, like, he's doing the best he can, and we can see that, and, like, we're really happy with how much he's progressed from, because I don't know how much he's okay with me saying, but like one of the things that we first noticed when he came out of the hospital was he was having a hard time walking, and like he really was very unmotivated to do a whole lot, just because like one, the medication he's on now really affected his mood, but also because, I mean, you spent 2 weeks in the hospital.
Yeah, about like if a little bit more than that. Or
yeah, 2.5 weeks, 2 to 2.5
and
weeks.
half of that in ICU too.
Right, so like it was a pretty like severe thing where we weren't sure, right? So him from going to being sedentary to now he's walking around on his own, moving around on his own,
driving, yeah,
the whole thing. I mean, he definitely he has a limp still and stuff, but like he's progressed so much more in comparison to the last time.
Yeah,
in comparison to when he came out of the hospital.
Yeah, and my mom is doing really good overall.
Yeah.
She went through a little bit of stuff, but she's better now. Like they're both doing a lot better, and I'm really grateful for that.
Yeah. No, it's definitely very encouraging to see like how much he's progressed, and then obviously how Cheyenne's mom has stayed healthy and through it, because I know she had a bout of high blood pressure.
Yeah, very small, but yeah.
But yeah, no, but she's doing really well too. Yeah.
But that was just a brief thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
On a very lighter note, this wasn't on our notes, but I'm going to bring this up anyway. I mean, we're also a little late to this, but like K-pop Demon Hunters, I'm going to mention it. We have friends of ours that had watched it. We've also heard the music loads of times. Like Golden is all over the place anyway. But we watched it. We loved it. We watched it on our own separately. Today, I went to the gym, watched a TikTok video with that woman reviewing that song, and for whatever reason, I'm in a full mode of listening to that music today.
Yeah, so before we even started filming, he started humming or like mumbling Soda Pop from that movie too.
I mumble at one because I obviously don't know the Korean that's in it, but two,
Well, yeah.
that song is just so I mean, all of it is catchy. I started today with Golden, then we went to Takedown, then we went to Soda Pop, and then we went to the other one, and I can't think of it right now off the top of my head. But like, all the songs are, to me, fucking amazing.
Well, I watched it first, and I told him, I was like, you need to watch it because I know you're gonna like it, and I wasn't sure what I thought, but it's a great movie. I'm glad you like it.
Obsessed with it. I again, like, we're also still kind of late to it. Like, everyone's gone through the phase,
Sure.
but they did announce that they are doing a second one.
Good.
Yeah, and I'm
I
really
figured.
excited.
Yeah.
For it. Anyway,
They could do a TV show of it too. It'd be good.
If they had a longer story, a TV show would be good.
And the third piece of personal news is something related to our podcast. We just surpassed 100 movies that we've seen this year for this podcast, which is
I forgot we did
amazing. And it's
insane.
over 100 now, but only by like 101, 102. And the reason I knew this is because of our Letterboxd app. Please follow us on there at the A-List Pod. It gives our ratings out of 5, whereas we do it out of 10 here. But we did hit that not plateau. We did hit that milestone of over 100 movies. So
that's really cool.
And 100 times that we've had all the feelings that we felt. So I thought that was really cool.
I mean, for anybody that is curious and wants to follow along, I'll post the QR link on our screen right now. Or if you're listening to our pretty voices, please look for our link tree in any of the bios on social media. You'll find the Letterboxd on there as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll go into our movie news now.
So it's going to be more like rapid fire because we have a lot of facts. But yeah, do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
I can go quick. The first bit of movie news is from Complex Pop Culture. Sabrina Carpenter will star and produce a new Alice in Wonderland musical movie for Universal. Mark Platt will be the producer behind the producer behind Wicked. Will also help behind this. Cool. That was the next one.
He got there.
Oh, sorry. I'm like
behind the scenes. That did take quite a few takes, but that's okay. Next, Sydney Sweeney has earned 4 flop movies, with 3 of them being box office releases, the most for any actor in 2025. The ones that I'm talking about are from early this year to late. Low streams in general was Echo Valley. That's the only one that wasn't box office. But Eden, which came out in August, was only $1.05 million that it made. Americana, which was in August, only made $500,000. And Christie from this past November, which we just reviewed, only made so far $1.31 million. That is obscenely low.
Insanely low. Like I think I read online somewhere that if you take out all of the releases in the pandemic, this is like in the top 5 worst releases ever. Just saying.
So the next batch are 7 like rapid fire movie facts. They are all from Cinema Joe, who's on TikTok, and he's talking about discussing film, that company, their post with movie news. So the first one being that Orphan 3 has begun filming, and the film will be titled Orphans. So keep an eye out for that one.
The second one is Jessica Rabbit movie has been reportedly in early works.
Next is Insidious 6 has actually wrapped filming. It's being directed by Jacob Chase. It's starring Lynn Shay, Amelia Eve, and Brandon Perea. And it already has a release date of August 21st of 2026.
Wow, a day before your birthday. Yeah. The next one is Jumanji 3 will be the final film in the franchise. The Rock had stated that it feels emotionally appropriate for our beloved Jumanji franchise to end on this beautiful grace note of our final film.
Quote, end quote.
Yeah, sorry.
Next is that Bob Iger is saying Disney Plus will actually soon have AI-generated short-form content from users, which is directly from The Hollywood Reporter, when is also bullshit.
This is the dumbest piece of news I think I've ever heard. Can't believe it. All right, the next one that I'm pretty sure a lot of people have heard, but we're bringing it into this podcast, is that the Super Mario Galaxy movie is having a poster. It has a poster out, has a trailer out, and that it's going to be in theaters in April. I think it looks amazing. The cast so far that has been announced is that I think it's Benny Safdie is playing Bowser Jr. and Brie Larson is playing Rosalina.
Who's Rosalina?
She is the female character in Mario Galaxy that got introduced. She's the one that helps Mario like go into the universe and like look at the galaxy stuff. and like has all the star sprites and stuff.
Next one is that the Devil Wears Prada 2.
Yep.
Yeah, 2. Just released its teaser trailer as well, and that looks amazing.
And then the final one is that a live-action V for Vendetta TV series is in the works at HBO, and James Gunn will be the executive producer of that series.
So that kind of sums up all the movie news. We had a lot, but very excited for all of those things.
I honestly think that was probably the most movie news that we've ever one found, and two put on this podcast.
About 8 or 9 there, I think. So
yeah, but now you're.
Oh no, maybe like 10.
But now you guys are fully kind of updated on a bunch of things in Hollywood instead of us waiting weeks and weeks to mention one thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the first movie that we went to go see was Die My Love.
And then Nuremberg.
And then The Running Man.
And then Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
So the first one that we're going to review is Die My Love. The director was Lynn Ramsey. The rating was R. And the runtime is 118 minutes, which equals an hour and 58 minutes. The main cast is Jennifer Lawrence, Robert Pattinson, Lakeith Stanfield, Nick Nolte, and Sissy Spacek. The spoiler-free synopsis is as follows. Die My Love follows Grace, a young writer and new mother, and her husband Jackson as they move from New York City to an inherited house in rural Montana. Grace's mental state begins to deteriorate in isolation. Her behavior grows increasingly erratic and intense, marked by vivid imagination, emotional volatility, and dark humor. The film is a raw, hallucinatory exploration of love, creativity, and the fragile line between motherhood and madness. So, what did you think of Die My Love?
I was awful.
It was terrible.
It was in the tops of the worst movie this year, maybe ever.
I think this beats out Alternate as the worst movie we've seen this year. I agree. I think so to just talk about like this movie as a whole, I think, don't get me wrong, I think the acting is actually really good in this movie.
But there's acting for what? Like, doesn't make any sense, this movie.
I think the story is what screws this movie over.
Yeah.
Because I think Jennifer Lawrence does a great job at being insane, erratic.
Yeah.
And like you kind of fall, like you wanna root for her, but then she just goes crazier, and like you really feel for Jennifer Lawrence in this movie. It's just the movie itself is so convoluted and so weird and wacky. And then you then root for Jackson, who is Robert Pattinson, and like you want him to kind of like feel resolve in this because she's kind of going nuts, and then you kind of want him to and her to kind of like grow together and like resolve this, and it just kind of like the movie just stalls. It's like weird. It's like it's so weird, and like moments where you think it's gonna grow, it doesn't, and then when things you think is gonna resolve, it doesn't, and it just either gets wackier or more interesting, and then it doesn't get interesting, and then there's loose threads in there that I don't understand, even after reading a whole thing on it online to kind of understand it and give it more basis, and like it just feels literally we left the movie going, what the fuck was that? And
this was a double feature, right?
This was the first of a double feature.
So all the movies this week were double features.
Sorry,
right?
No, this wasn't. This was we did this one, then we did Nuremberg.
Oh, correct. Yes, sorry. I was gonna say because this was very draining. Regardless,
it was because when we thought this movie was going to be done, it was only an hour in, and then we were like, what else could they say in this movie? Yeah, I think this movie truly does suffer from the writing because, and like I get the point of this movie is supposed to be a reflection of, is it postnatal depression? Like whatever, post-pregnancy depression?
Yeah, postnatal?
Post-pregnancy depression, like, and like, like you see that, like 100% you see her going very depressed and like insane after having a baby, but like
but it's like too many like sex scenes for no reason. There's a lot of nudity for like no reason. I don't know,
but I think that's like to reinforce the madness. I think this movie kind of like, and I sympathize with those that are going through it and how tough it is to be a mom after having your child, and also during having your child. Like the whole pregnancy process is, I mean, I fully support all the moms that went through it and all the people that have obviously gone through the process and suffered great loss through it and the whole thing. this movie to me feels more like it's just a woman going crazy than it is about that. Like it just feels like she's gone way too far, way too fast, with no way to resolve it. It just goes insane.
Yeah, which explains the hallucinatory stuff.
I get
guess.
it. It's just
it's not good. My rating's very low. It's like a 0.5.
I was gonna be like a 1, and the 1 was solely because I think the acting was really good.
I like Robert Pattinson a lot, so I feel bad, but it's 0.5 for me.
See, I like Robert Pattinson, and I think this is Jennifer Lawrence to me. Like when it comes to Jennifer Lawrence movies, even especially from that like rom-com one she did recently, I can't remember the name of it for the life of me. This is better than that for sure. Like this acting is way better than the Hunger Games and all that to me.
Oh, I love Hunger Games, but
I like the movie. I think that her acting is better than this.
Oh,
I think she's way more nuanced, way more controlled, way more like purposeful in her acting. And I think that like to me, this just kind of is like a refined version of Jennifer Lawrence. It's just the movie sucked.
Maybe we just don't get it either. Like
possibly
because it's getting really good ratings and reviews. I'm like, I must be missing something.
I will say that there might be something to that as well, because like we love Christy, and Christy clearly got nothing from it. But and like we're also not parents, so maybe the post-pregnancy, postnatal depression thing, maybe that'll hit more closer to home if we have kids.
Yeah.
Or if we know people who have kids, like, you know what I mean? Like maybe we're just missing the real life experience part of it. But like from a general audience perspective, because that's what we are, a very general audience, this movie is hard to follow, hard to enjoy, and it seems like it's really lacking substance. I don't know. I get it that a lot of people really enjoy it because it's maybe it's the artistic part of it, but we're not artistic people in film as much. I think we watch a movie for a good story, and this movie just lacks so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's not good.
If you guys did really enjoy this movie, please let us know why. Because like we want to know. Like this could be a whole situation for us, like Baby Driver, where we did not like it the first watch, and then we watch it again, and it's like, wait a minute, what the fuck were we talking about?
Yeah.
But like, if you like it, please let us know. I want to know. I'm 100%. so curious. But our rating stands right now as me rating this a 1.
And then 0.5.
Yeah.
Next one, though, we saw was Nuremberg. The director is James Vanderbilt. It is PG-13 and has a runtime of 148 minutes, which is 2 hours and 28 minutes. The main cast includes Russell Crowe, Rami Malek, Leo Woodall, John Slattery, Mark O'Brien, Colin Hanks, Ren Schmidt, Lydia Peckham, Richard E. Grant, and Michael Shannon. And the spoiler-free synopsis is that after World War II, as the Nuremberg trials are about to begin, a U.S. Army psychiatrist is tasked with assessing the mental fitness of top-ranking Nazi prisoners, especially Hermann Göring. What begins as a clinical job evolves into a tense psychological duel between the two men, probing the nature of evil, responsibility, and justice. What did you think of Nuremberg?
I actually really liked it.
It was an incredible movie.
I think, especially when it comes to historical dramas, like it's a hit or miss for me. Like,
and the thing we talked about with if there's a lot of really well-known cast, it's usually meh movie.
So I actually thought there was going to be more famous people in this.
There's so many famous people.
There's about 4.
1, 2, 3,
4, maybe 4 or 5. Like
5, 6. 6 very well known.
Were we counting John Slater?
Yep.
Is that?
Yeah, because of Mad Men.
Okay, fair. Okay, so 6 people. This movie, yeah. So we'll bring this up, especially actually with The Running Man as well. But like, when a movie has a lot of famous people in it, there is the risk that this movie compensates how bad the movie is with the star A-list acting. This movie, and we'll get to it, Running Man as well, don't have this problem. Like, this movie is really good at handling every major actor, giving them a very purposeful role and keeping the story on track without being lost in the glitz and glamour of having a lot of famous people.
Yeah.
That being said, like the movie star of this movie to me is definitely Russell Crowe. Like Russell Crowe
and Rami Malek
and Michael Shannon. I think those three. Obviously, they're the three main actors in this movie. 100%.
Even Michael Shannon's not main. The main two are Rami and Russell.
But I feel like Michael Shannon delivers such a poised and serious toned lawyer, and man, he sells it very well.
He does such a good job.
I truly, the cast of this was expertly done, and I think every moment. The only one I kind of wanted more from, but again, his character is very stiff and stern anyway, was John Slater. I kind of wish was a little bit more dynamic, but like that's not his fault. I think it was just written that way. But I digress. Like this movie is a really good. It keeps your interest in it very, very strong, and like especially for historical dramas, and with there not being fighting in it, it takes the risk of not action, but like serious drama / with a lot of humor beats or comedy beats. Like not everyone's going to be interested in this, right? Like if we did, for example, Saving Private Ryan, the enjoyment from that is the action of the war and like the like bloody, gory, whatever it is. Like the interest of peaking, like, oh, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next?
Yeah.
This is just a court case with
pretty much
a lot of conversation, a lot of talking, a lot of dialogue. But holy cow,
but
is
it's
it
real. Like it does have a decent amount of accuracy in it, and there's like they're real people. Like they play real people.
But it feels so entertaining. Like none of it does it ever feel like, holy crap, just shut up. Like it feels very cool and very like I wanted to learn more and more about Rami Malek's character and Horig. Was it Gorig or Horig?
Herman Goring. Goring.
Thank you. And Michael Shannon's character, and like I wanted to learn more about the real people involved, and it because it was so cool to me.
Well, anyway, it's very sad.
Very sad.
More than like cool, I think. But if it brings out the sadness, then you know it's a good movie.
What did you think of it?
I agree. No, I thought it was really, really well done. I'm not big on historical dramas because they can be really long-winded, but it had great pacing for being 2.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
The pacing was perfection, and the cast was amazing. And I love Michael Shannon, and it's really good to see him take on a lot of stronger, more somber roles than his like floozy comedic stuff.
Well, like I was thinking The Shape of Water, he's in it, and he's very stern and stuff.
I don't remember him in it. I'm thinking of...
He's the villain in it. That's the thing.
Thinking of... I want to say it's Office Christmas Party. He plays Santa Claus.
That's hilarious.
Or like...
So I know Michael Shannon as more of a strict...
Oh, see, I know him as like this really comedic guy.
No. So that's very interesting. But yeah, to me, Michael Shannon's always been like the stern, hard-ass army guy, usually. Right? But
like the character I'm thinking of, if anyone remembers, is he's like a drunk... he's the ghost of Christmas past, present, and future, but like a drunk hobo version of that. And that's what I always think of with Michael Shannon.
So when I think of Michael Shannon, I think of The Shape of Water, where he's talking to the main woman. I can't remember her character's name now at all, but like
whatever.
And how much he's against the water creature and wants to study him and like probe him and like the whole thing, right? But yeah, in that he's very much the villain in it. But like in this, he is still serious and stern, but very funny. And I think for me, what I really liked about Michael Shannon's casting choice is he plays a very likable guy. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Michael Shannon gets the raw deal sometimes and doesn't get to portray the really likable person. Mm-hmm. But he's really likable in this. I really liked his character in this. Mind you, I also know that apparently a lot of actors really like the villains because they're way more fun to play. So
yeah, I've heard that too.
But like, anyway, I think truly this movie is just really good. Like, if you have any interest, like even the slightest notion of like I wonder how a World War II movie would be, watch this movie. 100%. I really recommend it for you.
What do you give it?
This is where I'm gonna struggle for a second.
Okay, mine's an 8. Mine wasn't a hard struggle at all.
I think the struggle is like I want to give it a higher rating.
So the latter 3 of the 4 movies are all around the same for me. So
Yeah, I agree. Anywhere from an 8 to 10. I'll give it an 8 as well.
Because there's other movies that reach an 8.5 or a 9, and this reaches an 8 for sure. So I'm gonna stick with 8.
I think for me is I want to rate it higher, but I also know that there's movies that I enjoyed way more.
Yeah, exactly. Like this one, would I rewatch it again? Sure. Do I want to rewatch it again? Probably not.
I would actively rewatch this 100%.
Like I would with Predator Badlands.
See, that's a good example. Because like Predator Badlands, I want to go see like actively.
But it's up my alley in terms of genre. Whereas this isn't up my alley at all.
Like Nuremberg, I would absolutely watch again 100%.
Yeah.
Am I craving to go to the theater just to watch Nuremberg again?
No.
Probably not.
No.
But if it's playing on the TV or like it comes on streaming, maybe I'll watch it again. But like, yeah, I get you.
So,
okay, so 8's good. 8's fair.
8 for both.
Thank you for convincing me on the 8. All right, so the next movie is The Running Man. Director is Edgar Wright. The rating is R for strong violence, some gore, language. The runtime is 133 minutes, which equals 2 hours and 13 minutes. The main cast is Glenn Powell, Josh Brolin, Coleman Domingo, Lee Pace, Michael Cera, Amelia Jones, Daniel Ezra, Jamie Lawson, and William H. Macy. The spoiler-free synopsis is that in a dystopian near future, The Running Man is the country's most watched television show. A brutal live competition where runners have to survive for 30 days while being hunted by professional assassins. Every move is broadcast. The longer they live, the more cash is on the line. A desperate working-class father enters the deadly game to save his sick daughter. As he fights to stay alive, he becomes more than just a contestant. He becomes a symbol, challenging a corrupt system fueled by spectacle, media, and power. So, what did you think of The Running Man?
It was really good. I wasn't too keen on it at the beginning, but that's a personal reason because the ADHD was kicking in and I just had a really hard time concentrating. And that's not the movie's fault. The movie as a whole I thought was really well done and the idea is very interesting. And I also do love the fact that it is a Stephen King novel. So it does have, here and there, it does have little things that are reminiscent of the universe of Stephen King's books. And I thought Glenn Powell did great. I really like Glenn Powell. I already liked him from Twisters we saw last year, which was great. But I wasn't really sure what to expect because I haven't seen the original with Arnold Schwarzenegger. The cast seemed very promising too. But overall, it was an interesting dystopian like game show version of The Purge in a sense.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think, so kind of to tie on what I said with Nuremberg as well, this cast is quite phenomenal. Like, if we go back, we got Josh Brolin, Glenn Powell, Coleman Domingo, Lee Pace, Michael Cera, William H. Macy. Those are fucking big names. Like,
and Michael Cera. Like, I wasn't expecting him to be in it, and that's where our quote for the intro came from.
Absolutely, because he's... So, before we get into Michael Cera, because I want to talk about Michael Cera for sure. The one thing, like, literally, when I saw all these names, because I didn't remember how many people were in this movie. But this has that problem where it's like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of famous people in this. Is this going to suck? And kind of like Cheyenne, like the beginning of it, not that it started slow, but like the beginning, you're like, oh, this could go really bad.
Well, not gonna lie, I also didn't really read the synopsis prior to this, so I also didn't know it was dystopian. So the first little bit, I'm like, they would never get away with this. Like, I'm like, what? And then I realized, oh, like their currency's different, like everything's different, and I'm like, oh, this is definitely dystopian.
Yeah. Also, I forgot Sean Hayes is also in this movie. I forgot that he's
very brief.
He's a host in another game show that's really not that important, but I fucking love Sean Hayes.
I love most of this cast. Josh Brolin, I really like his acting.
I mean, this and Weapons this year too also was fucking great.
Oh, right, he was in that. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And with Glenn Powell, I've been really like tuned in with Glenn Powell ever since Top Gun Maverick.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And ever since Top Gun Maverick, to me, this guy's like an A-lister.
And we haven't watched Anyone But You, but that was also a huge movie for him. Any movie he's been in has been some type of blockbuster.
Well,
so
I will say the first thing we saw him in that Cheyenne will absolutely adore Scream Queens. Like,
oh,
Chad.
Chad Radwell.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, man. Beautiful. If you have not ever seen Scream Queens, the TV show, it's only 2 seasons. The second season's mid, but the first season is chef's kiss. I'm obsessed with that show.
Chad Radwell?
Chad Radwell is the boyfriend of Emma Roberts, her character.
His character is amazing.
Like the head of his fraternity. And he's amazing and really funny. And that was the first like big thing I noticed him in.
If we ever get Glenn Powell on this, which is one day, hope, one dream.
Manifest it. We're huge fans.
I want to talk to him about that character so much because I think that character is amazing. Anyway, back to this movie. But yeah, this movie, the fear was that this cast was going to overshadow this movie. And this movie was going to suck. But this movie was really good. Michael Cera fucking stole the show as soon as he came on. Like,
I didn't know he was in this, and then we saw the intro cast as the movie starts. We're like, what the hell, Michael Cera?
But I truly was like, I thought Michael Cera was screwed. I thought he was gonna die 100% the minute it came on. But like, anyway, his character is really, really good. His delivery is really funny. I think, like, and I don't want this to be any shade with Michael Cera, like literally none. His acting was unbelievable in this.
Why is that a shade?
I don't want him to think that anything he's done in the past is not good. Like, I think he's really good in
Oh no, because he's the quirky, nerdy guy,
but not in this. So I loved him in Arrested Development as well. But like, this to me is like the best I think Michael Cera has ever acted. Like, I think he sold his character 100%. I rooted for his character the entire way. He gave me some of the biggest laughs in this movie.
The whole theater was all the movies were actually really good audiences, and this audience, you could tell like they were laughing along with us too, with Michael Cera doing certain things. But
Michael Cera to me fucking stole the show. As soon as he came on, I was like, he's like, if you were to give out awards for per movie, he'd get the biggest honors for this movie.
I also ironically mix him up a lot physically with someone else in the next movie.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people do, because I did the same. Yeah. I do the same thing. Yeah. One of the I just keep remembering more cast that's in this movie. Katie O'Brien is also in this movie, and she was in Christie. We were just talking about her last episode.
I can't believe I even forgot to add her name. Yeah.
So she shows up in 2 movies in 2 weeks. By the way, she does a great job in this as well. But like it was just also more people that I saw like, holy cow. And then I don't know his name off the top of my head, and it's gonna drive me absolutely mental. He's in he was in SNL. I don't think he's on it anymore, but the guy that was on SNL, curly hair with glasses.
Not Kyle Mooney.
It's not Kyle Mooney.
No, but I think you think that's who it is. So you're talking about Martin Herlihy, which I actually didn't know he was on SNL, because I haven't really watched a lot of newer seasons because it's not as good anymore.
I mean, I think every season of SNL has its upsides and downsides. I think there's a lot of downsides in some aspects, but I think some of the older stuff also, there's some
I don't,
skits that are,
to be honest,
great.
Like the original like 20 years. My soft spot is when I really was watching it religiously, and that was with like Kristen Wiig and Bill Hader and like that slew of people, Fred Armisen and Bobby Moynihan. Like those for me are like my heart and soul.
Okay, just I want to say one thing about SNL, and then we can move on to this movie again. But with SNL, I find the season that you grew up watching is your favorite season, and then, or not season, like cast, and then after that, all cast is shit.
Yeah.
But so for me, because I never really hung on to SNL, I just enjoy the skits as they come. I don't really like have a cast that I'm like, oh, this cast is amazing and this cast is shit. I just kind of like, oh, I'll take whatever skits I can get.
Well, I watched SNL when it first introduced Kate McKinnon.
That's brilliant.
So, and now look at her.
Of course.
Like, okay. But
I think that, okay, anyway, so back to this movie. Like, Tim was really funny. Martin does a really good job at Tim. Katie does a really good job as the woman that she portrays. I don't know her character name. That's not important, really. But yeah, I all the people that are in this movie and that are really, really good in this movie, I truly like blown away. I think this movie is really good. I think I like the action is really good in it. It's very well sequenced. Jenny's her name. Sorry, Cheyenne pulled up the cast.
Yeah, Jenny Laughlin was her name. But I remember it as Laughlin because when they show the the
names.
contestants, it's always by their last name. So anyway,
But-
what do you give this movie though?
I'm gonna rate this higher than
Okay.
Nuremberg.
Okay.
I think it's gonna get an 8.5.
So I'm giving this an 8 again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I enjoyed this one just a little bit more because it like gets you into it.
I
Like, you know what
enjoyed
mean?
it about par because I didn't really enjoy the beginning of this movie.
Which is fair.
So it evens out. So it's an 8
That's
for
fair.
me, I think.
But I think this movie does a really good job at keeping the action going, keeping you guessing what's going to happen next. Like
Yeah.
the twist at the end was also really good. Yeah, I think that this movie
Yeah.
is really good at keeping you going, and the fact that this is a Stephen King novel, which again, fucking
Yeah.
Stephen King's having a year,
Yeah.
also really reinforces this movie.
I do highly recommend it though. Like honestly, all the movies except Die My Love, will recommend for sure. But
1,000%.
the last and final. So The Running Man we saw alongside Now You See Me Now You Don't. That was a double feature last night. We were filming this Friday. So yeah, the director is Ruben Fleischer. It is a PG-13 rating and it has a runtime of 112 minutes, which is an hour 52 minutes. The main cast include Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, Dave Franco, Isla Fisher, Justice Smith, Dominic Sessa, Ariana Greenblatt, Rosamund Pike, and Morgan Freeman. And the spoiler-free synopsis is that the Four Horsemen, a team of master illusionists, reunite for their most daring heist yet, stealing the world's largest heart diamond from a powerful crime family. To pull it off, they bring in a new generation of young magicians. As the old and new members of the team combine tricks, misdirection, and grand spectacle, they must outsmart not only their enemies, but also a shadowy cabal that watches closely. So what did you think of Now You See Me, Now You Don't?
In the series, this is my second favorite one.
Yes. There's only 3, but
Yeah, but in
the
the
second
series-
one's not the best.
It's the worst. Hands
Like,
down.
well-
No questions asked. The second one sucks compared to the rest.
Yeah.
The first one's always going to be the best one for me, and I think that that's always going to be the part nostalgia, but also because like you get really invested in those characters super early in that movie. This movie is really fucking good, and I really hope if quote unquote if they ever do more of these, I don't know if they're going to ever do more of these. If the cast that they introduce to this, fucking amazing. I love Justice Smith so much.
Why?
In other movies that he's done, he's done the
Detective Pikachu.
Damn, you beat me to it. That was the one.
That was the only one I know him.
No, he's done a lot of things.
He has, I just can't remember.
He's also done the I watch movies in the dark, the movie we were gonna watch,
Yeah.
TV one. There's been a lot of movies he's in, and right now I'm fucking blanking, but like he's really good. I really do
Really?
like him,
Huh.
100%. And I think he's definitely gonna be like an A-list actor as things go on, especially if he does more of these movies. But yeah, like I think the cast that they got between him, Ariana Greenblatt, and Dominic Sassa, they are really good together. I think that cast of magicians that they've introduced is really, really good. I think if as a substitute for them as the main cast, I think like they could stand alone as their 3. I think it's brilliant. Now, bringing back the old cast. Really happy Isla Fisher's back. I should say that.
Yeah.
Because the second one, you really missed her character, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like this movie does a really good job at like getting you into the zone of like doing magic, this whole universe again of magic and espionage and heists. I always love a good heist movie too. But also like trying to figure out what the fuck the twist is and like trying to figure out how did they do this? How did they do that? How did they do this?
And
thing?
the best part of these movies is the ending. And I know that's a
100%.
huge magician rule anyway, is that you never give away the trick till the very end. And they do this in every movie. So even though the second movie was trashed comparatively, the ending's still great because it has such a good trick result.
I agree. Yeah, I think this movie is really good. I think if you're a fan of the series as a whole, you'll love this movie. I think this movie does a really good job at keeping true to the franchise as a whole, but also you get star-studded performances. Dave Franco's been fucking killing it this year with Together and with what's the other movie we literally just saw, Regretting You.
He's great. I love
Right.
love
I
Dave
always love a
Franco.
good Woody Harrelson moment. Fucking,
He's great in it.
I-
Everyone's really great, and Jesse Eisenberg's the one I get mixed up with Michael Cera a lot. Physically. I had to say
You're
that.
like, I have to get it out.
I have to get it out. But
I
Isla Fisher, I always loved in the first movie. So I had a bit of a sore spot with Lizzie Kaplan in the second movie. No offense to her. She still did a great job. I just wasn't the same.
I think that's because it was Isla Fisher in the first one.
100%.
She took over.
But
regardless, I think this movie does a really good job at like wrapping up the original trilogy, and we'll see what happens. But I'm really happy with how this movie went. The action in it was really good. The twist in it was really good.
the trick was great.
Brilliant. But then also like kind of the sense of dread of, well, fuck, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen with the diamond? What's going to happen with other characters? Like you kind of just, there was always that sense of like, oh shit. Like once you think the horsemen are on top, they get turned around. And then when the other people feel like they're in the lead, it flips back again.
Yeah.
So you're never really settled with who's winning, who's losing.
Yeah.
Until the end. And then the end is a good fucking amazing reveal,
Yeah.
I think. But yeah.
What do you rate it? Mine is an 8.5.
This one I'm going to rate an 8.
Oh.
I love this movie. I'm not saying I don't love this movie. I think there are moments where you just kind of get lost in it.
I'm giving 8.5 because I like the trick so much.
The trick is really fucking good.
Yeah.
If I could rate this an 8.25, I would.
You can.
It's not really a rating.
Yeah.
All right, fine. To me, this just beats out Nuremberg, but is just below Running Man.
Okay. Fair enough.
Because I think Running Man, to me, is really, really good, and keep it going, and you're kind of fucking rooting for the main guy. This, to me, like, I really like it. I think the one thing it, like, loses to Running Man 2 is just, like, in the middle, kind of just gets murky a little bit. Just,
Yeah,
like,
fair
just
enough.
a bit. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like there's moments in it where I'm like, where are we? What are we doing
Yeah,
now? But,
Fair enough. Yeah.
But I really liked it, and I think the twist, if anything, if I was to rate the endings of both movies, this one gets a 9. Like, truly, I think
And then the other one gets.
Running Man gets like an 8. Like,
Yeah.
I think this ending is so good. The twist of it is so good.
Yeah.
That I'm like, that's why I'm like struggling. Maybe I'll rate it 8.5. Maybe I'll tie it with Running Man.
We don't have to.
No, because I think you're right. The ending is so good. Yeah, I think I'll tie it
Okay.
up. Yeah.
So then, out of the 4 movies, what is the one you're saying you should go see? Mine would be Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
For sake of being different, I will say Running Man. But they're so
Yeah.
close to me. Like
They're all worth seeing except Die My Love. Never, ever,
don't see
ever
Die My
see
Love.
that movie in
or
your
if
lifetime.
you do see it and you like it, please tell me why.
Yes, please let us know because I must be missing something
We
if
both
it has
must be.
such good. But mind you, it's critics saying that are good, and critics aren't always correct. So
Yeah, I don't know.
honestly, see it for yourself. But I really like magician movies, so that one is definitely on top for
And
me.
I'll say the Running Man for the action, the thrill
Yeah.
of it, the fun. And we didn't even mention William H. Macy. He does a great job in it too. But
Yeah,
yeah, I think both movies are really good. You really can't go wrong with either one. And then if you're in the mood for some historical drama, truly Nuremberg is really, really good as well.
Yeah.
It's really up there. I would recommend that one if you're looking for something more dramatic and more true to real life.
love it.
All right.
So essentially, our second half is what is tying those 4 movies together, which
Yes.
is the appearance versus reality.
All right, so the first one, we'll go in order of how we reviewed the movies. Die, My Love. A psychological descent where the main character's inner reality doesn't match what's happening in the outside world. It's all about the mask, performing stability, motherhood, normalcy, while internally collapsing. The entire movie blurs the line between perception and the actual experience, right? Which we kind of talked about when we did the synopsis. Her being in a hallucinatory state, her falling into madness, her not being able to make sense of the world because, one, of her depression, and two, because she's genuinely just going nuts, right? And that not reflecting the reality that other people see, like Robert Pattinson and is it Casey Spacek? What's her first name?
Sissy
Sorry,
Spacek,
thank you.
and I was right because she's Carrie.
Yes.
Yeah, in the movie we were watching it, and I'm like, I'm almost positive that's Sissy Spacek, and who plays Carrie in the original Carrie, and it was.
But yeah, that's essentially Die, My Love.
So with Nuremberg, though, it's a courtroom drama where everyone is fighting over what the truth actually is. The film actually revolves around exposing lies, dismantling propaganda, and uncovering the reality behind atrocities, while the defendants try to construct a false facade to save themselves.
All right, and then The Running Man. A world where televised spectacle hides the real cruelty underneath. The glossy game show facade covers up manipulation, exploitation, and violence. The media lies, people believe it, and the reality is something entirely different.
But then with Now You See Me, Now You Don't, it's quite literally built on illusion.
Mm-hmm.
The plot depends on tricking the audience, manipulating perception, and revealing that what you think is happening isn't what's happening at all.
Yep, and so all 4 movies explore how the truth gets distorted through illusions, through media, through mental breakdown, or political manipulation, and how the characters struggle to uncover or conceal what is really happening. Just to kind of go more into that too. Every movie that we talk about does deal with it in a very real way, right? Like, obviously The Magicians is kind of open and shut case. Obviously you're going to be hiding what's real, what's not. With Nuremberg, it truly is trying to prove that what happened, and trying to give real consequences to the things that people were hiding, right? With Die My Love, right? Like I kind of mentioned earlier, she's going nuts, she's going crazy, and people don't see that, right? She's truly not hiding it, but not revealing how crazy things have been, right? And then with The Running Man and the reality of what is produced and what isn't produced, right? What is being fed to you versus what's not being told to you, right? That kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so that kind of... we didn't want to do too broad of a second half because they all do tie in really well with that appearance versus reality.
Yeah, like really well.
Yeah, and I didn't realize it till I started writing the notes down. I'm like, oh yeah, they really do.
It's really
have
cool.
that tie, which is really cool.
Yeah, really, really cool. Cool. So then we'll go into the end of our episode, which is, Did We Know?
Yeah.
And this time it's 5 completely random movies with random facts, but all really, really cool facts.
Yeah.
Cool. So did you want to start? Or you
sure.
Want me to start?
Number 1, the flying broomstick scenes in Harry Potter were often filmed using green screen and wires, but the actors had to act as if they were really soaring. No CGI for their performances. Did we know?
No, but it's really cool.
Yes and no. I knew that they had green screen and stuff, but
yeah, I mean we've also seen the bloopers for Harry Potter
scenes,
and stuff like that. So you see them in green screen and stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me there's also no CGI. I feel like it would lose something if there was a lot of CGI in this movie, but it's really, really cool. I think I think this is a really cool fact. The second one is that in Lord of the Rings, the orc voices were created by combining actor voices with animal sounds like bears and wolves for a truly terrifying effect. Did we know?
No.
I did know this one.
Oh, you did? I mean, I knew Jurassic Park, same thing, so it doesn't make... it makes sense.
Yeah, I don't remember which of the either Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit movies I heard this one for, but yeah, I did hear that they tried to mesh different animal sounds together and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Wizard of Oz's Tin Man originally had flexible metal for arms, but the actor nearly couldn't move because it was too stiff. Did we know?
No, I didn't.
Not really. And also, this was fact number 3.
This is weird though, because it's flexible metal, but it was still too stiff.
Yeah.
Which is
there's a lot of stuff that went on in that movie too.
We're not going to go into that. That's all. That's like a whole episode of Did We Know on its own. Maybe we'll get into it when we do Wicked.
Yeah.
Sorry. The fourth one is that the spinning hallway fight scene in Inception was filmed with a giant rotating set instead of CGI. Did we know? Yes.
Yes and no, because I got it mixed up with another scene in there, but I do recall you mentioning this to me, so yes.
I've actually seen it. Like it's behind the scenes stuff of the Joseph Gordon-Levitt
spinning
in the room, which is really cool. It's a really cool scene if you ever get a chance to
and it makes it look so great on the scene.
Oh, brilliant.
Last and final is number 5. In Back to the Future, the clock tower scene almost didn't happen because the crew couldn't get enough lightning strikes for the effect, so they improvised with camera tricks. Did we know?
No.
I think I knew something about the lightning, but not probably to this extent, so I'd probably say no.
I was worried, as Cheyenne was reading this fact, I should say.
Yeah.
That they were going to try to use real lightning.
I know. When I first saw that, I was like, wait, what are they going to do? Yeah.
Like, I was really worried. They were like, oh, we couldn't get any more lightning effects, so we used real lightning. And I'm like, that is so unsafe.
Yeah.
But, yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. If you like this episode, please rate us 5 stars. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever you like on Spotify, YouTube,
Instagram, Facebook, X, Threads, Letterboxd.
Cheyenne's nailing this, by the way. But if you do want to watch the podcast, it's on Spotify and YouTube. If you want to listen to our pretty faces like you are now, or you may not be
Listen to our pretty voices.
I said faces. Fuck
Yeah.
me. Anyway, if you want to listen to our pretty voices, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcast from. All of our short form content is on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Please follow us. Please spread the word around. Please let everyone know what you think about our podcast and the movies that we watched, and let us know in the comments below. We are just spewing our opinions on these movies. Like, if you really think Die My Love is an amazing movie, I'm very curious why, but you're absolutely entitled to that opinion. We want to know. We want to hear. We want to see you fight our opinions. Recently we saw we put a short of Predator Badlands, and someone said this movie is trash. Which, hey, if that's what you think, that's fair.
I'm not saying it's the best movie ever. I liked it.
I really liked it.
You didn't have to like it, and that's okay.
We want to hear it. We want to. I mean, please say more than this movie is trash. Like, I want to know why you think that movie is trash.
Yeah.
But like,
I have a little more logic behind the reasoning.
Because I don't see why it's trash. But that's what we're anyway. Point is, please let us know. I want to hear your conflicting reasons why you think the movie is good. Like, for example, a coworker said that they really liked the what's the Springsteen movie?
Deliver Me From Nowhere.
Thank you. I don't like it because I'm not a huge Springsteen fan. He even said he is a diehard Springsteen fan and he loved that movie, which makes sense, right? But yeah, please let us know. Please rate us 5 stars or whatever you think we deserve. Share it with all your friends, family, enemies, pets, loved ones.
Yeah.
You name it. And is there anything else that I'm missing?
No.
Oh, check out our letterbox if you want to see all the movies we watched this year. And you can probably rate them on there against our rating and let us know what you think. And with that, until next time,
we'll see you at the movies.
See you there.
Bye.
Bye.